2 days after a dramatic extra innings victory over Oakland in a series that was competitive if not fruitful, the Mariners rewarded the second-largest crowd to pack into Safeco Field this season, 46,796, and the third-largest in stadium history, with a dismal clunker of a performance. The gap between the team they want or expect to be and the team they are currently performing as has rarely been a set space for more than a game or two for the Mariners. It has widened and narrowed so much since July 1 that trying to figure out who the Mariners really should be in the final 6 weeks of the season is maddening. Even they might not really know, which isn't ideal for a team trying to crawl back into a postseason position that frittered from its firm grasp in June. 2 days after a dramatic extra innings victory over Oakland in a series that was competitive if not fruitful, the Mariners rewarded the second-largest crowd to pack into Safeco Field this season, 46,796, and the third-largest in stadium history, with a dismal clunker of a performance, facing the defending National League champion Dodgers, a team that expects to be in the postseason again this season. The Mariners got homer-filled outings from starter Wade LeBlanc and reliever Christian Bergman, did basically nothing against Dodgers starter Walker Buehler and suffered through an 11-1 drubbing Friday that didn't feel like a home game, again. That was a bad ball game, Seattle manager Scott Survey said. Not a good night. You can sit and dwell on it. But it is what it is. We got beat and we got beat soundly. We have to come back tomorrow and get after it. It's one loss. Unfortunately, we had a really good crowd tonight and we got nothing going. We just didn't play a good ball game. To be fair, a large portion of the crowd, close to 50%, was Dodgers fans and enjoyed the pleasant evening, while not quite as boisterous or well-served as fans during the crowded Blue Jays series. The Dodgers fans had no shortage of moments to cheer for. Their team smashed 5 homers on the night, breaking out of an offensive funk over the past week and a half. Los Angeles was averaging just 2.8 runs a game over its last 12 games, scoring 4 or more runs just 4 times and posting a .231/.307/.372/line. That problem was remedied for at least a night. They've got all kinds of power in their lineup and when you make mistakes, you are going to pay the price, Survey said. We just didn't pitch well. And when that happens to a lineup like that, the home runs and runs go up quickly. Yes, Manny Grandal led off the third inning, smashing a solo homer into the Mariners' bullpen for a 1-0 lead. The Dodgers stacked on 3 more in the fourth inning off LeBlanc. Manny Machado ambushed the first pitch of the inning, whacking his first of 2 homers on the night. Later in the inning, Max Muncy launched a 2-out, 2-run blast to right field to make it 4-0. The one that is going to eat me up is the 2-strike hanging curveball to Muncy, LeBlanc said. I take pride in the fact that if I'm going to give up homers, I typically limit the damage to solo homers. The Mariners' lone run came in the bottom of the inning when Ryan Healy sent a fly ball to right field that bounced off the top of the padded wall and over for his 23rd homer of the season. But they got no closer. Los Angeles stacked on 3 more runs in the fifth, heated by a misplayed fly ball in right field from Mitch Haniger to make it 7-1. LeBlanc walked off the mound midway through that fifth inning. There were no outbursts from his simmering temper, just a begrudging acceptance that it wasn't his night. LeBlanc operates on the edges and his margin for error is minimal. These nights can and will happen. But he's admitted to feeling out of sorts with his mechanics after his 3 previous starts and it seemed to continue, which isn't a good thing for Seattle. The Mariners already had to postpone Marco Gonzalez' next start, which was supposed to be Sunday, to Wednesday, so the left-hander can get a few extra days of rest. I actually, believe it or not, Felt better today, LeBlanc said. I made some mistakes. A couple I got away with and 3 of them I didn't. That's what happens when you run into a good lineup like they have. That's what they do, is hit mistakes, especially with stuff like I have. If you are going to make them, it's guys like that who will make you pay. LeBlanc has racked up 122 2/3 innings this season, which is more than he's thrown since 2014, but it isn't workload fatigue. I think it's just being mid-August, he said. Usually there's a second wind coming here soon. Hopefully we catch that second wind as a team and get rolling. Bergman, a right-handed version of LeBlanc in terms of stuff and velocity, had similar success against the Dodgers mashers. He served up a pair of 2-run homers to Machado and Matt Kemp in the 7th inning that made it 11-1. While Dodgers spent much of the night jogging the bases, the Mariners hitters were a path back to the dugout, unable to do much against Buehler, the rookie right-hander, and his high 90s fastball. Buehler worked 6 innings, allowing the 1 run on the Healy homer, 3 total hits with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. He's good, said Seattle's Robinson Cano. He's got a good young arm. He throws hard. He goes right at you. You face some guys that throw 98 and you see them really good, but he's not like that. His fastball gets to you, everything is hard, his breaking ball and that slider or cutter. He's got a bright future ahead. The Mariners loaded the bases with 1 out in the 3rd. Haniger reached on an error while Cano and Nelson Cruz drew walks, but Buehler got a weak ground ball from Denard Span for a 4-set at home for the 2nd out while Kyle Seager's deep fly ball to center was caught on the warning track. Walker pitched his way out of some traffic right there, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said. And after that he was cruising.